I think that's been the focus for a while now. A lot of attention paid to the subscription business, and I think Spotify has been rewarded aptly for that. I think that what's interesting about music, and this is often lost, is that music consumption is fundamentally a passive experience. You know, most people listen to music, they want to let services sort of curate the experience for them. That's why radio has been such an enduring sort of consumer category. You know, and Pandora, in spite of an avalanche of 10 years of competition, is still the largest streaming service. It's growing. And I think that they're making a lot of the right moves strategically, focusing on distribution, you know, building up the ad business, and I think gradually converting their customer base. I think that story takes a little time to tell, but it's a diverse business, which I think is, you know, strong for the company. But I think you're right that the focus has been on paid services to date.
So what is the most important strategic asset for these services? Because as viewers know, there's so many in this game right now: Apple, Google, Amazon, as well as Pandora, Spotify, and many others. I mean, Pandora bet on the Music Genome Project, the idea of smarts and an algorithm that would give you a better song choice next for that passive experience. Yeah. I don't know that things are panning out that way yet. What do you believe is the most important strategic asset that one of these companies can have?
Yeah, it's a great question. Look, I think in music, in subscription services, music is really fundamentally a commodity. You know, unlike, say, in video, I think people often make false analogies to video, where you can have a Sopranos, a House of Cards, you know, an Orange is the New Black that actually truly is differentiating content. That's not true in music, and it's been proven that a handful of albums does not differentiate one service from another, and I think exclusivities are really not going to be a long-term proposition. I think that truly the most important part of the consumer experience is personalization. You know, ultimately what people want is a service that will play the music that they love. And that means things they know and love, but also discovery. What makes it sort of a fresh experience over time is being introduced to music you've never heard before. So I think the way you differentiate is through that user experience, and I think every service is really working hard to do that. Now, in the case of Pandora, I think that has been the focus since its inception with the Music Genome Project. I think that is its biggest strength. And the task ahead for Pandora is to translate that in the subscription environment into differentiation. So explaining to the existing user base, you know, 70+ million monthly users, that look, we can take that same technology and make this on-demand experience uniquely good. And it takes a little while to convert that from a user base that's been accustomed to a radio product only for a long time. So I think that personalization is, you know, fundamental. I think beyond that, distribution has really been the cornerstone of progress for other services. So using platforms, partnerships, et cetera, to grow. So I think Pandora's focusing on those two, but those would be the two things I'd point to.
Tim, I want to dig into the comment you just made about this idea that it's proven in terms of why it doesn't make sense for some of these streaming services to start creating content when it comes to music. None of them have actually created content, so how do you know it's proven?
What I mean is the exclusive run, so that people would release an album exclusively on a service in an effort to draw users away from other services, and I think that's not proven to work. So I don't think you can differentiate on content itself. And that's a big difference between music and, say, video.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.